Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Evelyn here. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who left really nice messages on my Facebook and on my Instagram about me and my husband getting married. And I figured, as I've been talking about getting married for the last couple of months really, I thought I would give you a very quick sort of run through of the day, and after that I'm done talking about it, I promise. And my phone's going off, sorry about that. Yeah, so it's a week today, and this is my ring. It's tungsten and it's got a shell inlay, and I love it. It's sparkly and I love the way it catches the light, and I'm really glad that we went with that ring. And like I said, a week ago we drove past the venue today, and there was another a family waiting outside to be seated for their ceremony, and made me feel like wanted to get out and go have a brilliant time. They're so lovely in here, you know, it'll be over in a flash, and best of luck and all that. Last week and sort of like the weeks before, it rained an awful lot, so we were keeping our fingers crossed that the weather would be nice, because which is funny because in July, was it July that we had a heat wave? I think so. And we were all like, oh, fingers crossed we don't get a heat wave, and instead we sort of got rain for days and days and days, and it was awful, and we were very worried that we weren't going to be able to have our pictures taken outside. And then one of our main worries was to get everyone where they needed to be on time, because my family came over from Holland. I had my parents here, my one sister with her husband and her two little boys, and my other sister with her husband, and then an aunt and uncle. I was a bridesmaid when they got married. I was 2.5, I think. So it was really nice that they were there as well. And then on Ty's side, there was his brother with his girlfriend and his daughter. Sadly, her kids couldn't make it, but because it was the school holidays, which we planned that way because my sister, who's got the family, her and her husband are both in education, so they work in education, so we had to plan it sort of in school holidays, and that limited our choices really, but so it was his brother and then his sister with her kids, two of whom are already adult boys now, and they brought their girlfriends, and it was really nice to see them. And thankfully my little nephew got on really well with my now sister-in-law's little boys. She's got 6-year-old twins, and they were running around and dancing together and having a good time, and my nephew now can't stop talking about his friends, and it's really cute. He's 4.5, and he really enjoyed himself. He was worried because where he's Dutch and the twins are English, he was like, how do I ask them if they want to play with me? I said, well, you ask, will you play with me? We practiced that a little bit, but kids, they just go off and just do whatever, and they really enjoyed themselves. They played hide and seek and football and all kinds of things, and it was really good. Now on the ceremony, my parents came to pick me up. Ty was already there. He was sort of like guiding everyone to the right parking space, because there were I was hoping that we could park right in front of the building, but they didn't allow that. It was sort of like first come first serve kind of situation. And there's a shopping centre right outside right across the building. So it was kind of busy, it being a Saturday morning lunchtimey, and But everyone was there already waiting for us, which was brilliant because I was so worried about that. And then we were both called in to check all our information to make sure everything was right, which is something that in Holland you don't do. You have a meeting with the registrar beforehand. Like you go in, I don't think you even go in for giving notice. I think that's done online, and then you meet with the registrar, and it's in Holland it's a more sort of personal ceremony. This was sort of like the basics of just your names and making sure that everything's legal and all that. So but yeah, so we went in, and they went through the ceremony with us, so we knew exactly what was going to be happening, which, you know, we already knew anyway, but it's nice that they do that. Got us a chance to sort of calm down a little bit. Like I said, I wasn't really nervous. Everyone kept asking, you nervous, you know? No, I wasn't. Like, me and Ty have been together for 11 years, and we've been engaged 11 years, and yeah, it was more of a fucking finally than that I was nervous about it. So yeah, other than that, we went upstairs. There was one of Ty's former co-workers. She was there with her I say little girl, but she was like 14, and they were waiting, and because she said she lives quite close, and she said, like, I'm going to come over and have a little peek, which was fine. And so then I waited outside the room where it was all going to be happening, and I waited for my music. I walked into You Plus Me, which is by Rose Ave, or Ave, whatever, which is Pink and her husband. I posted this on Facebook as well. It's a really lovely song. I really enjoyed, because it's difficult to pick out music anyway, like which ones do you go for. But yeah, I really liked that one. It was different. It's not something that you hear an awful lot on the radio, and I thought that, yeah, that would be, and the sentiment I really liked. So yeah, my dad walked me in, and he even gave me away, which was more of a sort of like, we're not that kind of people, we're not like religious that way or anything like that, or like giving away. I've been living away from my parents for half my life by now, so so yeah, it wasn't really like that, but he told Ty to look after me. And so yeah, that was really cute. And then yeah, then the ceremony started, and it really was over in a flash. I had to say, like, she told us beforehand, like, I'm going to let you say your full name, and it's only going to be the once, because some registrars will let you repeat that again and again and again and again, and because there's like 3-4 moments, I think, that you say your name, or that your name is being said. And she said, like, no, we'll just do your full name the once, and after that I'll just call you by your first and your surname. So that was fine. And yeah, which is good, because I am I've got my own name, then I'm named after my mum and my 2 nans, and it's quite full on. Multiple syllable names. So Ty was very glad that he didn't have to repeat all that. Yeah, so that was nice. And my little nephew, my Dutch little nephew, he brought the rings. My mum made a little cushion for us, like a little ring pillow, whatever you want to call that. And yeah, so that was really cute that he did that, because I was worried that maybe once he was there and he saw all the people, that maybe he would get a little bit, nervous or anything and not do it, because you never know, he's a 4-year-old. But he did, and he was ever so cute. And yeah, then basically it was all over. We were married, and we had pictures taken. We had pictures taken outside as well of everyone. Haven't got the pictures back yet, which I was kind of hoping for, because we didn't have, we only had our photographer there for the ceremony and for the pictures after. We didn't have a all day, because don't need a photographer all day. There was enough people there with cameras, and my dad took an awful lot of pictures. So I was kind of hoping that she would have everything ready by now, but you know, it's only been a week, so I don't really blame her on that. It was quite a young girl. She'd been into photography sort of like all her life. Went to college for photography, and has been doing bridal photography for about 2 years now. And I just really like her, and I like giving someone new sort of a chance to build up their portfolio and stuff, rather than go with someone who's been doing it for 20 odd years and who don't really care about you as a person, but are more interested in, you know, making money and then go off to the next one, kind of. And I belong to this, I've quit that now, but I belong to this Facebook group for brides, and there's so much going on about photographers in there, it's unreal. A lot of people saying that if you pay X amount of money, then you're... Where were we before we got so rudely interrupted by my mother-in-law? I think we were at the party, weren't we? Yeah, so we got to I have to tell you. We got home after the pictures and all that. We had a little gap between all that and then going to the venue. Which was good because it gave my family a chance to get back to the hotel, park their car there, my sister to feed the baby, everyone to freshen up and whatnot, and Ty's family went for a coffee, and it gave us a chance to quickly go home because we only live 5 minutes from the wedding venue, and just go like, we did it. Yeah, we got home, and one of the neighbours was standing outside having a fag because, sorry if that offends anyone, cigarette. Yeah, so he was out having a smoke, because you're not allowed to smoke in these flats, and so he went like, oh, congratulations, I didn't even know that you were getting married, blah, blah. We're not, you know, we're a hi, bye, how are you kind of bases with my neighbours. Like, we put a Christmas card through their door every year, and that's about it really. So I didn't invite them to the actual party. Yeah, so that's when we took some of the pictures that I posted on Instagram. I'm not going to be posting many more. I might post a couple of more pictures on Facebook once I've got the official photographer's pictures. Because I don't want to spam all of the pictures on social media. You know, I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. So yeah, as we got in, it started to really piss it down, and we were so glad that we had all our pictures taken, and we were sort of like home in the dry, and we waited for a little bit and called a taxi. And you know how a taxi, like a taxi service wants to know, like, where you're going to be travelling from, where to, and the name, please. So I went, oh yeah, from here and here to there and there, and the name is H. Oh, hang on, no, it's M now. And those of you who follow me on Facebook will have seen that change in my name. Also about that. On Facebook I have it double-barreled because that's just, it's nothing fancy in Holland. I kept having to explain that to Ty. It's like all my family, all the women in my family who are married have got a double-barreled name, and it's just your married name and then the barrel and then your maiden name, and that's just who you are. You don't have to like change your name or anything like that. It's just, that's just the way it is after you get married. So that's what I've changed it on Facebook. I had my name changed at the bank, and I've just changed it to my married name because, truth be told, it's long enough without the added maiden name. So I'm all right with that. Yeah, and then we had the party, and it looked really, really nice. We'd seen pictures of what they would do, but you know, it's always different in person. So we had like, it was this hall, like a really, really big dance floor, and then tables and chairs around the two sides of it, and we had the tablecloths and the chair covers with bows on, and confetti on the tables, and balloons, and it looked really, really nice. I was really, really happy with it. We had a hot buffet for our day guests, which is not what we had planned. We were going to go to a carvery, but the carvery said, oh no, we can't have 30 people come in at once. So, you know, shame, but because everyone loves a roast. But at the same time, do you know what? I think we did quite well with this buffet. There was loads of food, and everyone was really, really happy. Then, you know, there was like an hour or two, three before our evening guests arrived, but that gave us a chance to sort of sit down with family and have a little chat, and like, you know, it was just nice to sort of take a breath and just enjoy ourselves. We had some music playing, it was all cool. We set up our little letterbox, which I had never seen before in weddings, but I hear that it's an American thing. I don't know if that's true. Like a little letterbox for your guests to put their cards in, which was nice. We had our friends from the internet, which is always funny because Ty was a member of Beta. I don't know if any of you would know this site, B3TA, which was a, what did they call it? A photo manipulation and social commentary site. I think that was the sort of tagline, like sort of like if you were to explain it to people who weren't there. But yeah. So we had lots of friends from there come to our wedding, which was really nice because some of these people, although we talk to them every single day on Facebook and Twitter and other social media and texting and all that, we haven't seen them face to face, some of them for years. One of our guests we hadn't seen for 9 years. We figured out it had been about 9 years. So that's insane, but it doesn't feel like it's been that long because life just, you know, does its thing. You blink and it's over. Like the years just fly by. And so they were there, and then we had our first dance. We had I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness, which was brilliant. I really enjoy that because it wasn't too sappy and too like slow dancey, la la la. It was like, I believe in a thing called love. And yeah, we had everyone join in after the first chorus, which was good as well because it made you feel a bit less awkward. And after that, it was just a really nice party. We really enjoyed ourselves. We got a chance to chat with everyone. There was people Ty used to work with, people he's working with at the moment, lots of our friends, our family, and we had a really, really good time. And yeah, it was a long, long day, and my feet were killing me, and I already wore my Birkenstocks as I left home because my wedding shoes, which were just ballerina flats, and I did walk them, like I did break them in, at least I tried, but apparently not well enough because I already had a little row of blisters on my foot. So yeah, I switched to my Birkenstocks for like the second part of the day, and I'm so glad I did. And yeah, it was just a brilliant, brilliant night. We were really spoiled. In the end, one of the people that I used to work with took us home. So we didn't have to wait for a taxi, because on a Saturday night the wait for a taxi was about an hour, which we hadn't really thought about, but yeah, we didn't book a taxi beforehand because we didn't know exactly when we would be needing it. So yeah, it was a brilliant night. We didn't go to bed until like really late, because we wanted to look through all the cards and see all those lovely messages. So yeah, it was a wonderful day, and I'm so glad we did it, and that we did it our way. Like, I had a really quiet morning, getting ready with a nice cup of tea, and just I got to take my time, even though like my family was like, why don't you have a professional hairdresser, a professional makeup artist? I'm so glad I did it myself, because even though I looked like, you know, I didn't look like I look every day, but I also didn't look like someone else, if you know what I mean. And yeah, so I'm really glad that I did that. I really loved my dress, even though, like I said, some members of my family didn't. Nothing was said, thankfully. Yeah, but let's not go into the negative, because I don't want to. But yeah, so we had a brilliant time, and yeah, yeah, I'm so glad we did it. And because, you know, even though we kept saying to each other like this whole week, like, do you feel different? No, I don't really. Do you feel different? No, I don't. It's just that I've got this ring now, you know, and it's official, and I've had my name changed at the bank, and my new bank card came through today, and that's it really. Like, we need to change, obviously, some more official paperwork, but other than that, no, nothing has changed, and I didn't think it would, but it's still, we are now officially man and wife, and like husband and wife, and yeah, even though that doesn't change what we feel about each other, it does make it official, and yeah, that just feels good. It does. So yeah, I just wanted to, like, I didn't want to just continue doing videos without acknowledging the wedding, because like I said, I have talked about it quite a bit, so I just wanted to share my day with you best I could without, you know, showing you lots of pictures and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so very much for everyone who left so many lovely messages everywhere on my social media, and yeah, thank you ever so much. It's been so nice to have the support even from like the tarot community. Like a year and a bit ago, I would never have thought that I would make so many friends in this community, and so many people who are genuinely happy for me, and yeah, that really warmed my heart, and yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, that's it for this video. I just wanted to share, and yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.